Welcome back to another episode of John Brown Disc Golf TV, everyone. We're in round one of the Woodstack Open. We're going to be looking at the first 9. They're not starting on hole 1, they're starting on hole 4. On the card today, we've got James Phipps, Josh Bohling, Keeghan Ordonez, and Jason Van Proyen. Right next to me is Kevin Phillips. He's going to be commentating with us. How's it going, Kevin?
Going good, Dylan.
All right, glad to hear that. Let's just dive right into some disc golf. Hole 4 is going to be one of the most straightforward holes out here, in my opinion. Pretty much all these players are going to be playing a pretty simple putter, backhand, hyzer.
Yeah, it should be a pretty easy birdie for all 4 of these guys.
Probably fair to assume this is the lowest scoring hole out here. I just throw a harp here. What about you?
I throw an Aviar X3.
Okay, so definitely a putter shot. Here's Jason right after James put it right by the basket. Hoping for a little skip. Couldn't quite see it on the other side of that hill, but he's putting at it.
Yeah, he should be able to get that.
It's actually pretty hard to not have a putt at this hole. And I think that was Josh there, going with an overhand. I don't see that play very often, but I know people are pretty good at sticking it when they've got that shot. I think this is going to be Keeghan stepping up here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Straight down the pipe there.
Gave it a little flirt. Just a little high there.
Ooh.
Still inside the circle though, had a chance, so these other guys should be getting this no problem.
Yes. There we go.
Nice bird, Jason. That's the way you want to start your tournament.
Another nice bird there.
I think this is the only hole I got every round. Oh, whoa, no. James.
That's an unfortunate miss there for James.
That kind of looked like he went a little too quick there, honestly. Every stroke counts. Take your time. Moving into hole 5. This is going to be a par 4 coming in under 600 feet, so it's one that could maybe be twoed by a legendary arm, but I think most guys are going to be playing pretty safe hyzers with the OB lingering on both sides of the fairway. First up is Jason. He's getting a big run up here. Hopefully we get to see something crazy.
It puts a good pump on it. See if it flips back. Should stay inbounds for him.
Should be fine. It's a shared rough. If you land in the tall grass there, you're inbounds.
Looks alright.
Another good backhand hyzer. This one's a little safer, not leaking it quite as far to the right. Both these shots are going to be pretty similar, though, on that upshot. James, no stranger to getting good distance. Great looking pull.
Right in the middle of the fairway. All kinds of distance on that.
Can't draw it up better. Holy smokes. The runway is clear. Unloading on something stable, coming right back for him. Gonna be right in the middle. Looking like he's pretty close to James.
Should be easy up and down from there.
I'd say so.
Concrete's not OB, right?
Jason the furthest out, and I would say he's probably within about 200 feet. Not much more than that, if not. Going with a backhand stable hyzer. Checking up just a little short of that pit up there. If you do end up in that pit, you usually give yourself a pretty decent look, because I mean, you're not going to be any more than 30 feet.
Yes, you do.
But there's these little Christmas trees that they've got planted all over the course that it definitely can make for an awkward putt.
Now there is a cement walkway just past the basket, and I do believe so. There's just a chunk of it that is OB out
Yeah,
this year.
I think there's a certain spot of it that's safe, and then once you go beyond the painted lines, you're out. It can make for interesting putting, though, if you've got a longer look.
Yes.
Going with another overhand. Sticking it pretty nicely as long as it didn't roll down the backside of that hill. Jason's the furthest out for his bid for bird. Gave it a solid run. And just clean that up. Dustin coming in a little short. Like you said, only a certain part left and right of the sidewalk is OB. The circle actually extends out that's inbounds.
Gotcha.
So nobody found OB here. I think James just connected for a birdie there. And I'm pretty sure this is Josh coming for his 3-2. Attaboy, nice putt. So all tied up after 2 holes. Everybody's 1 down. And honestly, I think for most of the open field, this is a course where, I mean, you are looking to get the birdie on every hole.
Yes.
It's so open. The birdies are so attackable. I think there's only 1 or 2 holes where I roll over and say par's going to be okay here.
Yes.
Everything else, though, you're running it. And James definitely leaking way out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even see what he threw there.
Yeah, you definitely want to stay a little more right on this hole. Definitely in the fairway, though.
Yeah, the only way trouble comes out on this course is if you find OB, which Josh is flirting with it, but I think he's coming back in.
Looks like he comes back in the rough and he'll be safe there.
Jason unleashing a backhand. A little high, but it's going to be very safe. He's going to have a pretty normal looking up shot from there. Probably has a choice between the backhand or the forehand. Got a move on this one. Didn't quite see that finish behind that tree. So James playing from where he went out. If he gets this up there for a putt, he can save his par. Which it looks like he's given himself a pretty good chance.
Looks like he is.
So yeah, I mean, as long as you are away enough from those smaller trees right there, you're going to have a pretty uninhibited upshot to the basket.
Yes.
If you end up in them, though, good luck. Another big boom and overhand, just counting on it to stick. And more often than not, it will. Get a good skip. Good looking forehand. Probably going to be just inside the circle there. Alright, James to save a par after going OB on the drive. Oh, just splashed out right. That could have gone in a little right, but certainly had a chance of going in.
That's 2. James is probably should have had this.
I agree. And I mean, if you wipe away that OB stroke, he arguably should be 3 down through 3 holes.
Yes.
Nice putt there, though, out of Dustin. Or Keeghan, excuse me.
Is that Jason putting his bird in there?
Yep, moving to 2 under. And Josh also collecting birdie here. And James is going to take a bit of an unfortunate bogey after that splash out in OB. Moving into hole 7. It's going to be one of the par 3s out here. If I recall, this one's kind of in between 2 small trees right off the beginning, and then you're playing a little bit of a mid-range hyzer. I think you can see it up on the hillside there.
Yeah, there is a clump of some small trees there. You don't want to get in. It'll make a rough putt for you.
Could even be a tough approach getting up and down. And catching a tree there, I don't think he really fought through that. You do gotta put this up with a bit of height, but then you're running the risk of the hyzer just running you OB left.
You do.
Yeah.
Didn't quite see that finish, but it sounded like they approved of it. Should have an opportunity. This one looks a little too high.
Get down.
Yep, that's going way out of bounds. And it looks like we have a new camera angle. This one is better. The critics approve.
James puts ones out there.
Get above those. Oh, and it does perfectly. I don't think he's going to miss that one.
No. There is a little drop off behind it.
That's true. A rollaway can happen on any upshot, or any shot, I should say. Here we are with forehand upshot, a little bit behind that hill, but it's going to be in the circle.
There was a little noise there in the background.
Yeah, got to refocus yourself. Oh, and for good reason. What a putt.
Keeghan just blasted one in there.
Right in the heart, too. What a great jump putt. Run that down. Save your par. Nice job.
Such a scary putt, too, with that drop off.
No kidding. There. And I think there's even OB a little bit further behind it, too. So, I mean, that could turn ugly quick. And,
ooh, and there it is.
Yeah,
Jason misses just a little right there.
A little bit of the big putt treatment there.
Josh should put this one in.
Looking to save his 3 after hitting the tree off the drive. Does nicely. So I think James is going to be our only birdie here, and the last to put it in. He put it so close. Oh, thank you, James.
Yes.
I was really worried I was about to jinx him there, even though this happened months ago. Alright, we're going into hole 8. Another par 3. This is almost like a mirror image of that last hole. Now this one's going to be a little bit of a forehand hyzer play. It looks like James is going to go with a thumb or overhand shot. No stranger to that. So casual as he does it. Wow, nothing to it.
Yeah, that was great. Overhand shot. Now, it looks like we do have OB 25, 30, 30
yeah,
feet
I'd say
past
so.
the basket there.
Probably only comes into play if you're getting an unfortunate rollout. But I mean, if you do put a little too much mustard on one, it could happen.
Yeah.
Looks like another overhand coming out of Josh. And that is where you want to be. I mean, you might think it's an awkward putt with those little trees there, but if you are getting caught in there, it's a 10-footer.
I don't mind being right in there.
Exactly. And 3 overhands. This one had a little bit of juice on it, but shouldn't be much more than an edge of circle putt. And this is the play I go with. There's a lot of forehands out here in my opinion, and this hole is certainly one of them.
Yes, good flex out of that one.
And just chill out. Oh, as we were speaking about it. See if he can get 2 big putts in a row here. Oh, good run.
Just a little high and right.
He wanted it. And I mean, that's the thing with these baskets that are on just these small little mounds. Anytime you're hitting cage or the band up top, you're bringing the rollaway into the equation.
Yep. Looks like he's dealing with little branches there too.
Yep, taking a knee, but connects. Great birdie there, Jason. James is going to have a similar distance putt, but I don't think he's going to have any branches in his way. Hopefully he can right the ship here.
There we go.
That's a bit more the James Phipps I'm used to seeing. And Josh, like I said, if you hit these trees right there, you're close.
Yeah. Pretty easy bird right there for him.
Good hole there, only one par, and it was off of a good bid for that too, so.
Keeghan should tap in this par.
Yeah, can't be too disappointed with it there.
There we go.
Not much you can do about the rollaways. It's going to bring us into hole 9. It's going to be a par 4 with OB on the right. I think it starts where the road is, and then it's also going to be another one of these shared roughs. If you go any further than that into the other fairway, your OB. James unloading on his overhand.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Good placement. Definitely don't want to be right on this hole.
No, you get pinched. Well, there's some branches and some trees that can make the upshot pretty difficult if you leak too far to the right. And I think this is a backhand roller. Wow. Oh, wow.
He just put that out there.
Holy smokes. Oh, man.
Wow.
He's going to have, like, he's within 100 feet. Chance at getting the Eagle 2 there. That was impressive there, Josh.
Very.
I wouldn't want to follow that shot up, but Jason does pretty nicely. He's hanging out by James.
Looks like Keegan's trying to decide what to throw there. He's going to go back.
Changing his mind. This thing looked flippy. Oh, did he get persuaded into the roller? No, just a sky shot. Definitely leaked too far right. Like you said, that's going to be a tough upshot. I would say par at best.
Yeah, he'll probably have to pitch out from there and get his par.
Yeah, let us know
out of
which
it.
direction if you end up going forward or out this way.
James left that a little short right, but going to have an opportunity. And here's Keeghan coming out. I think he stayed in bounds. But it's going to be hard to get any sort of distance on this.
Yeah, it's real thick in there.
Yeah, and he's taking his medicine.
There's that pitch out.
Don't make it any worse than it already is. It's a pretty shrine.
It was.
And even now, this isn't the easiest upshot.
Throws the forehand. Ooh.
Caught some branches. Got in front of it, I think. So the opportunity's there. Okay, I guess Josh is a tiny bit further out than I thought he was, but still, that backhand roller was so aggressive, and this is a pretty straightforward shot.
You could have put her safe run on it. A little right. He's got a putt for that bird.
Keeghan from just outside the circle, it looks like. Got a good jump up there, but just a little low. You can see the flag up top whipping. I mean, these aren't little light nylon flags. These are made out of that more like heavy, durable materials. So it was definitely a bit windy out. Yep, that was the only thing really about the weather, I would say.
Yeah, the rain actually held off for us pretty good.
And James a little low there. Josh, after the tremendous drive, left the upshot a little to the right, but he's been making this the whole round, I have no doubt here. I don't want to get notorious for that, but it's an unfortunate miss to the right. Cleans up his par, a little low, but snuck it in there.
That one was scary.
I mean, it's hard not to get complacent on those comebacks after you miss a short putt.
Short putt, yes.
That's what makes this game so hard.
Keeghan cleans up that stinking bogey there.
James connects for par. Got a rainbow on that hole. Moving into hole 10. This one's actually a pretty tight, tough hole. One of the toughest scoring holes. But Jason getting it out nicely.
Yeah, that's actually a good shot. Just getting through there and getting out.
That's the main thing, really. Because if you hit any of these trees before you get out, you're going to be struggling to get the upshot
you're
there.
definitely fighting like
And
that there.
James is going to have to experience it.
It's like Josh is going to go forehand route on this one too.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the play most players are making if they've got it. There is a backhand turnover shot available, but you want a lot of rightward movement here. Didn't get out there, unfortunately. Keeghan looking like he's going with the forehand as well.
He puts it a little higher. He
Good,
gets out.
great shot.
Great shot. Should be putting on that one.
It's a precarious green too, to add on to it being a tight wooded hole. Rollaways are... Ooh, James. Didn't quite get that there. He's probably just going to have to lay up and take a 4. And Josh still got a little bit of work to do to get out of the woods here.
So he gets out, a little skip.
Yep. Assuming that didn't roll down the hill, he should have a pretty good chance at it. Like wow, James gave that a run. And Jason from, looks like outside the circle. Going with a little
Scary.
step putt. I think that was a layup all the way though.
Probably smart.
Yeah,
That's,
the concrete path right behind the basket is OB, and it slopes down that direction. If your disc picks up any sort of speed,
It's
it can happen. And, oof.
Ooh, Keeghan just misses right.
James cleans up a bogey. I think everyone else will be tapping in their par if I'm not mistaken.
Almost
Yep.
high.
Yeah, it's
Sticks it
he
though.
was a little lower than the basket. You got to be putting uphill on pretty much all those ones that go deep.
Keeghan
And-
taps in, gets that par.
I know he wanted that bird though. And after laying up there, Jason's just going to clean up a very easy 3. And that's going to bring us into hole 11. As is the theme with this course, it's kind of like a quick, tight gap right off the pad. Or, excuse me, I'm thinking of the next hole after this, sorry. This one's going to have a little bit of a barn on the left side that plays OB if you do end up on top of it. See a lot of players go overhand. If they're not doing that, they're probably just playing kind of a putter straight backhand that just barely starts to finish.
Yeah, definitely a putter if you're going backhand.
As I think Jason did here. Should have an opportunity to get that too.
Looks like Josh is going to throw a putter out there also.
An ace just happened in the background.
Right? Yeah, no, I believe they're just.
That's one way to kind of throw off your focus. James does not approve.
Oh, it threw him off.
Yeah, I was going to say it's hard to not blame the noise on that. James does not approve.
See if Keeghan can stay on track here. Puts it out there.
Little right?
Stay safe, maybe.
Couldn't really tell. Oh.
And James with that same tree.
That tree's batting 500. Gonna have to just play an upshot here.
Definitely not a hole you want to take a bogey on.
No, definitely not. I mean, I want to say none of these holes are, but this
No,
one
yeah.
is definitely, it's like up there with hole 4. Like,
Not at 212 feet.
Josh going with the forehand approach here. There is a stump that you can see. I mean, if you get caught by that, it's a pretty easy tap in.
Kind of use it as a backstop.
I was going to say, I think I drilled it once or twice.
Here we go. Keeghan gets
Off the
that
pad.
birdie.
Nice
on it.
putt. He is either putting in those edge of circle putts or giving them just like great bids.
He definitely
I love his
is.
putt. And I think this is Jason from behind the tree. Gets a nice birdie. Moves him to 5 under. Did another ace just happen?
Wow.
2 in a matter of minutes. Didn't even get to finish the hole and another one happened.
See it just flash in the background.
Not gonna let it distract him this time though. Josh cleans up his par.
I was gonna say, try not to miss your putt.
James Phipps par there.
Just heard him say, try not to miss
Do you
your
want to
putt.
explain what just happened there, James?
No.
Alright, moving into hole 12. As I was saying earlier, this is the one that follows the theme of a tight gap to hit right off the beginning of the pad, but then after that it's pretty wide open. I play a pretty straight fairway driver here myself. I'm sure a lot of guys can get there with a mid.
Yeah, I go fairway. You can end up right and under a tree a
Yeah,
little
exactly.
bit. Give you a tough
If you end up
putt.
too straight, you can, yeah, like you were saying, end up in this tree that you can see on the right there. I don't think that wall is OB.
No, I don't think so. That was a little safe there.
Yeah, a little too much hyzer on it. This looks a little bit more like what you'd like. If that stays off the tree, I think that's what kind of makes this hole a little difficult is if you're playing that hyzer play coming in,
Definitely.
you're flirting with that tree.
Yes.
Unless you get a lot of forward skip. This is Josh. Look like
Low.
he put a good move on this. Get a good
Gonna
forward
get-
hop. Oh, slow down. That was a good shot.
Definitely a little long, but he should have that comeback putt.
And I didn't even see who threw this one, but that was a nice shot. Looked like it had the gyro rim. That
Jump.
might have been James.
Nice jump.
Jason for his bird.
Looks to be about 45, 50 feet. Oh,
Ooh.
that would have been a good one.
Low.
Keeghan going with the straddle out.
Oh no.
Another solid bid. And Josh, after going a little deep on that laser beam drive, coming back for his 2. Gets it.
Good 2 there, Josh.
Brings him to 4 under. And pretty sure this is going to be a nice 2 out of James. No, he's wishing he's a little further under par after those early putting woes, but it looks like he's getting it right. And our other 2 guys just clean up par. Alright, that's all we've got for the first 9. Make sure you join us for the back 9 on John Brown Disc Golf TV.